Marshall, North Carolina is a place that is off the beaten path, right near Asheville, North Carolina, but full of heart and art and absolute goodness, and we are going to show you everything we know today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to walk around Marshall, and we are going to show you what it's like to perhaps live here and what it would be like to be a part of the community. Hopefully we'll get to talk to a couple people that do live here, and we're going to go check out a house in a community in Marshall that you could possibly buy. And that's exactly what we help you do, is we help unite people with the right community and the right property when they're thinking about moving to Western North Carolina. We are the #1 relocation team in North Carolina, and we are ready to help you, so reach out any of the ways down below. So Marshall, North Carolina is about 20 to 30 minutes north of Asheville, and a pretty easy drive as well. You can go along the river, or you can take the Interstate 26 all the way up. Marshall's right along the French Broad River. So if you are into rivers and river life, kayaking, rafting, what have you, you are going to be in hog heaven living in Marshall. And Marshall has a totally different vibe than other places, right, Evelyn?
Absolutely, yeah. You feel a little bit more off the beaten path. Everyone here, there's a lot of unrestricted property, so people who have visions of maybe having a business in their home of canning for gardening, they can do that. They can have sheep and goats and donkeys on their properties if they want. They can build that log cabin of their dreams.
All right, so we've got Tiffany Nairn here. She lives in Madison County and has been for quite a while. So what happened to you last night, Tiffany?
I have an old cabin in Hot Springs. There's a lot of critters that like to live in the house. So yeah, routinely we just get scratching in the ceiling. Sounds like bird wings in the bathroom. There's something under the floor, we don't know. Yeah, we have regular skunk visitors, and last night a skunk apparently arrived underneath the floor under my bed and sprayed everything. So I'm peppery, my dog, they're all scratching the floor. Yeah, that's life in Madison County. Yeah.
What's it like to have a studio in Marshall?
Oh, I love it. I mean, yeah, it's really sweet. I mean, I think it's the feeling that I had when I first moved to Asheville, like 20 years ago. It's like I can walk around downtown, everything feels accessible. Yeah. I see my neighbors that come here to the cafe and have breakfast. And
What's the difference between Buncombe County and Madison County?
oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, Buncombe is like so. It depends on what part of Buncombe you're in, you know.
I just found that Madison County has such a different feeling and vibe to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think there's like a pressure drop. There's like a temperature drop where you're coming from Asheville into Madison. That just feels like, I mean, it's forested. It's more forested. We're on the river, and the people really came here for that. So like life feels harder in some ways. Like you got to drive 30, 40 minutes to get to the grocery. You got to drive 30, 40 minutes to get to the hospital, or you know, so many things. But I'd rather drive and be closer to the woods.
Marshall, North Carolina has about 800 people. That is not huge. That's about the same as like Old Fort, the video that we did recently. What's beautiful about Marshall is it is a hub for homesteaders, people who really enjoy the farm-to-table community, people who are living alternative lifestyles, who are not held down by the man, who are doing their own thing and living life to the fullest on their terms. And what's really cool too is a lot of those artists that you hear about that have left Asheville because it's no longer affordable or it no longer fits in with their vibration, they have ended up in Marshall. So you'll see a lot of the hipsters and the people who are living their artistic, creative lives gathering here in community around bonfires and pig pickings and farming and doing their thing. And it's absolutely enthralling, and there is a lively and vibrant community and culture here in Marshall.
Let's keep that for the mermaid soon.
Here's an example of art in action in Marshall. So you have a boat up here, so because you're right on the river, of course, so you can just put in anywhere and float right down. And you have an art car right here too, where it has a mermaid on the front of it. How cool is that? So I want to tell you what we're getting ready to do. So we are going to walk around downtown, and then we're going to go check out a house that's for sale. and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it has a community center, and you're gonna just absolutely love it. So stay tuned a little bit longer. Hit the subscribe button down below so that you can keep up with all the areas that we tour. And if you want us to help you out, we'd be glad to. So reach out any of the ways down below, and we'd love to hear from you. I would jump down right now. No, you cannot catch
come
me.
on, jump.
Uh-uh. This is cool. Foreverland. I wonder what it is. Oh, it says cool junk for sale. Just for fun. Just for fun, cool junk. It's a trading post. Who gets to decide if it's cool? Okay, it is a beautiful day here in Marshall today. We could not have asked for a more beautiful spring day. Evelyn, what do you think about Marshall?
Oh, I love it. I love how they've preserved the historical essence of the downtown. Did you know that most of these buildings are from the late 19th century and early 20th century? I mean, you can just feel the history walking along these streets.
Yeah, they really care about making it what it is, like keeping it exactly how it was, but also adding new things. So you'll see like breweries are popping up. There's new coffee shops popping up all the time. There's a really cool thing that we'll see a little bit later that they have redone with the jail. That's awesome. And there's just so many things about Marshall that that are intriguing and that draw people in and that are not cookie cutter, everyday kind of things that you see everywhere else in small towns.
Yes.
It's not a normal small town by any means.
No, and so one of those things that brings people in is the Mermaid Festival. You've heard of that, right?
The Mermaid Parade?
The Mermaid Parade.
Yes, my kids love that.
Oh my goodness, everybody comes out. It's so full of color and vibrancy.
Everybody dresses up to the gills. And they totally dress up and they really get into it because really it's a community of artists.
Yeah.
And people who are doing their thing. And what better way to do that than dress up like a mermaid and flap around. Yeah, totally. So we have to point out what's coming up over here. This is the DMV and the license plate agency, and a lot of places in North Carolina you'll find it's really difficult to get in the DMV, but this place is easy peasy. You can walk right in and get what you need done. So that's a good tip. If you're coming from Asheville and you look online and you see that the wait for the DMV is going to be months long, hit up one of these like towns around there like Marion or Marshall, because there's going to be shorter wait times. Oh, I love this bike. How cool is that? Honk honk. Marshall is so super cool, and it has a totally different feeling than places like Hendersonville or Waynesville, which are a little bit more geared to the retirement community. This is geared towards artists and creatives and hipsters, and I've always kind of considered Marshall to be a little farm chic, which is a term that I made up. Yeah. It's a place where community is really valued. I mean, we're even getting some side glances here because they can tell that we don't live in Marshall because they don't know us.
Oh, but look at this record store.
Oh yeah.
This is so awesome.
This is so awesome. Let's look at it.
And a
video game
cool.
store.
I like the Nintendo vibe here.
Oh look, they have cassettes. Look at these old school TVs and like game consoles. Blockbuster. So instead of like a little free library, this is like take a movie, leave a movie. In remembrance of our friend Blockbuster.
Oh my goodness.
Who didn't make it. Who didn't evolve, did they?
No.
Hi, Tiny. You need to buy a car?
Yeah.
Are you selling cars? Do you know your shirt says no diggity?
Go.
No?
Oh, she's stopping the cars.
Oh, you're stopping them?
You're stopping the
Are you
cars.
getting some business? You want me to help you? Hey, we'll get this guy. Hey, come shopping. You're doing a good job. Do you work here? Is this your store? There's all kinds of people that work here, and they do believe in employing small children. It's no problem. The labor laws are different in Marshall. They, you can start at, how old are you? 2? You can start working at 2. You're doing great.
Bye. Bye.
So we are about 30 minutes north of Asheville, and you can get here really easily on the interstate, or you can drive along the river as well. But what's cool is you're really close to places that people come on vacation, like Hot Springs.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite places.
Yeah, I love it.
It's kind of difficult to live in Hot Springs because it's a little bit remote.
Yeah.
but it is absolutely gorgeous to go for the weekend. But Hot Springs is so interesting in general because they call it where Mayberry meets the Twilight Zone. And so you kind of have this nice mix from the Appalachian Trail coming through, the French Broad River's right there.
Yeah.
You have a lot of through hikers, there's a lot of culture there. But there's also a lot of locals, you know, and the culture of Madison County is really unique and different from any other place in Western North Carolina. I mean, this is a place that is really synonymous with the front porch music picking culture, the moonshine culture.
The barbecues.
Yeah, but Appalachian heritage. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty when we're talking about real estate in the Marshall area and Madison County in general. It's quite different, isn't it?
It is, and it's a nice difference.
This area, Marshall, Mars Hill, you are going to see that real estate really differs. You're going to find older homes typically, unless they're just brand new developments, which are going to be a little bit more cookie cutter than this area typically caters to. But the thing that I noticed when I was looking for homes here this morning is that every home that I looked at had at least an acre or 2 acres, even if they were in a planned community, which most are not here. So if you're looking for homes that have a lot of acreage and a lot of space while still being close to Asheville and Weaverville and all the amenities that you want in order to kind of have an easy life, then Marshall is a really good place to be. These homes that are like 600, 700,000, even like 800,000 depending, had 43 acres attached to it, or 115 acres for $650,000. You have all this acreage, and there are a million other places that you can build on that property. So if it were me and I was looking for like a mountain place to build, I would not just be looking at land. I would be looking at homes, maybe older homes on a piece of property that you could renovate, or that you could even, if you had to, God forbid, tear it down and build a home that you really desire.
There's a lot more unrestricted land here than closer to Asheville, so you can have that farm, you can throw up a tent, you can have your motorcycles and your campers and your chickens and not worry about what the neighborhoods are going to say.
Yeah, you can live free, pretty much. I mean, do what you want to do. Y'all, this is the old jail in Marshall. How cool is this? They have totally renovated it so that people can stay here. Let's go check it out. These are all letters to either people in the jail, from the sheriff, from 1972. Oh, look at this. Well, this is where you can visit with people in the jail through the window. We should get in the jail.
See if I can go on the other side.
There she is. Oh, I'm so sorry you're in jail. What did you do? What did you do?
I got really upset with my husband. He didn't take out the trash. She got killer deals for her clients on houses in Western North Carolina. Yeah, but it was great. You saved them tons of money. So here is a ledger from the jail in the 1970s, and it has the names of the people who stayed here. Most only stayed a day or two, something like that. And it has if they're a woman or a man, and race and everything like that. But it also has what they were booked for, and by far the most bookings were for public drunkenness, and they stayed a day or two max. And I think that's kind of funny. So I don't know what's going on in Marshall, but there was a lot of drunk people here in the 70s. Oh yeah, they didn't serve alcohol here. Can you buy alcohol here now?
You can.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so in 2000 they started serving alcohol, but they had a lot of moonshine because it's Madison County, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we are headed over to the old high school that they have purchased privately and is now an art studio and art gallery. Okay, so here we are. This is an island in the middle of the French Broad River, and this is called Marshall High Studios. And I think this is absolutely amazing. My kids like to come play here too because there's playgrounds. Hey there, how's it going? Well, we were gonna go try to find the art studios.
Okay, well, there's a big studio where they play ball back there, but that probably ain't what you're looking for.
I don't know, we'll just look around, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
You live in Marshall?
Yes, ma'am.
You probably
For 49 years.
49 years. You've probably seen it change a lot.
Oh, yes. Big landslide for one thing.
I saw that. That road, that whole road is closed right there. Yeah.
I live on the other side. I got to go all the way around down the back road and up and back around.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
So this is no longer a school, it's just an art gallery.
Cool.
And there's some, it looks like there's some natural healing happening, some massage work, CBD. They probably don't want me yelling in here. You do breath work?
Oh, they probably do. They may have a breathwork person. I teach dance. But
Oh, you teach dance.
Yes.
Okay. So that was awesome. She was just saying that she teaches dance, sensu dance, which is a combination of
Afro dance, jazz, sensual dance, and a little Bollywood.
How cool is that? I could totally imagine living here. Yes. Especially if I was working from home or something like that, it would be amazing. Yeah. So we're on the river right here. We're on the island. We've got the art studio over here. We've got the French Broad River over here. It is warm today.
Yes, it is. It feels great.
We're still in April and it is warm. I could totally jump in the river right now, no problem at all.
Yes.
There's this cool bridge over here in front of us, and then right on our left, we have the downtown area of Marshall.
It is so scenic. So scenic right now. It's just gorgeous. You have the
It's just
city,
like small
nature.
town heaven.
Yeah.
And look over here across the river. These little apartments on the backside of the main street that overlook the river. I don't know if those are short-term rentals or people actually live there full time. But you have everything you need right here. You have like a natural food store downtown. You have cafes. You've got a bike store. You have the driver's license office,
tattoo parlor,
the courthouse, the jail if you need to go to
pet
jail.
store.
And there's trails everywhere. What am I missing?
Fishing, hacking,
Fishing?
kayaking,
There's old timers sitting on front porches.
playing banjos.
I didn't see any banjos yet, but we should go look for some. Okay, let's go to the house and check out the house.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
And see if it's of any interest,
Yeah.
because it might be kind of cool. And there might be some amenities that go along with that house.
Like a
that
river.
you are gonna love. So if you're interested in moving to the area, we'd be glad to help you. That is exactly what we do, is we help unite people and love to do it with a perfect place for them, whether it is in Marshall or Weaverville or Hendersonville or Asheville or Waynesville. We do it all.
All the bills.
All the bills. We're the #1 relocation team in Western North Carolina, specializing in bills.
The bills.
Reach out down below. We'd be glad to help you. Okay, let's go get in the car and let's go to the house. We are in French Broad Crossing, which is a planned community that overlooks the French Broad River in Marshall, North Carolina, and it's absolutely gorgeous. We are touring a home now that has been on the market for a little bit because I think its proximity is just kind of, its proximity to the clubhouse and everything. Nature is awesome, but it's kind of out in nature more, so it might be a little bit harder, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's go inside. Come on in. This is absolutely breathtaking. So this was built in 2022, so it's not super old. So it has all the bells and whistles of a new home. And it really has this great combination of new and modern build with a cottagey type of feel. So French Broad Crossing is a planned community in Marshall that has quite a few homes, a lot of newer builds. But what's really special about it are the amenities in French Broad Crossing, and we'll cover that.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's take a look here at the map.
So we're over here in the bluffs, and you can see there's the bluffs, trailside, conservation, and the cottages. There are 13 miles of hiking trails, all within this community. There is a picnic along the, there's a park picnic along the French Broad River, and river access. They have not only an outdoor pool, they also have a hot tub.
I heard the pool's an infinity pool.
Yeah, yes, it's an infinity pool. It's gorgeous. And then they have a clubhouse with showers. They have a fire pit. They are really community driven here. So if you want to move here, you don't know anyone, a community like this is sometimes what our clients are wanting to look for.
Exactly, or for a second home. I mean, you talk about having like a camp feel.
Yes.
So we should tour this home, and then we are going to go tour the clubhouse and look around. But what's cool about it too is it's right on the French Broad River, and there's a beach down there.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit it all. Don't you worry. But let's talk about this house first.
Okay.
Because this is 3,000 square feet, built in 2022.
Yep.
Really nice open concept kitchen here. Really nice cabinets too.
So I have to say, some people ask, what is this? So obviously, this is granite. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, what is
but
this?
This is what people ask for. This is called a leathered granite.
Leathered granite, yes.
Yeah,
I see this all the time in new builds.
Yeah, because it has that earthy stone look feel to it. People are really loving it right now.
And these people live here right now, and look how beautifully it's decorated.
Cool.
Okay, here it is. Gorgeous. There's carpet in here, nice tall ceilings.
And remember, keep in mind, there's carpet, but it's 2 years old. Everything in here is 2 years
fresh.
old. So this isn't quite worn. A lot of developers nowadays know that people want a primary suite on the first floor, and this house has that.
Yeah, there's 3 bedrooms, 4 baths. So double sinks, closet, water closet. I always love a good water closet. Oh, look, a screened-in porch.
Yeah, this is really great. I really feel like I'm part of nature right now.
Oh, I love it. And it's so private. I mean, there is a house over there, but you would never know it in the summertime when there's leaves on the trees at all.
One more month and you won't see any of this. So it's gorgeous. And then, of course, you have the winter mountain views when the leaves are gone.
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of both worlds. I really like that.
And I bet you get all the critters up here.
Oh, yeah. I bet there's, bears and...
Bears for sure, but I think you're going to get bobcats even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see the upstairs. We have some carpet again. Oh, a little lounge area. And then bedrooms to either side. So 3 bedrooms, 4 baths. So that makes sense. Perfect. We'll just do a little loop-de-loo in here. This somebody's bedroom. Double sinks in here. That's nice. Even for the extra bathroom, there's double sinks. This is 3,000 square feet.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like there's another spot downstairs.
There's a basement, yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoa, look. Okay, here it is. Sometimes I always have trouble finding the downstairs. Oh, wow. Yeah. There's all this extra room. Now, it looks like they have a business down here, so we're not going to delve too deeply. But this is a ton of space.
Lots of space. Tall ceilings. Love that.
Golly. We'll keep that off camera because they obviously probably don't want us to show their whole business, but this is a whole downstairs basement. This is lots and lots of square feet. How many square feet? Let's look. Downstairs in the basement, there's 1,200 square feet. That's the size of a whole house.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that is the size of a whole house.
It's true. And then
downtown
look how tall
Asheville.
these ceilings are.
These ceilings are what?
I mean,
12 feet?
It feels at least 10 for sure.
Okay, rock on, y'all. Let's go. I want to go see the pool. Once we got through the gate, we drove another 10 minutes to get to the house. 3 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And so, we passed the clubhouse on the way. I want to go see the clubhouse. Do you want to go check it out with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go do that. Should we talk about the amenities of the French Broad Crossing real fast? Now it's story time, children. So these are the French Broad Crossing community features. So of course it's gated. So if gated is important to you, then you're going to like this place. There's the clubhouse that has a kitchen with a gathering room and a fireplace and a library and a fitness center. There's showers, there's an outdoor pool and a hot tub for a little conversations. Patio and grill, relaxing deck overlooking the French Broad River, which is one of the oldest rivers in the world, by the way. Not sure if you knew that, besides the Nile. It is super old. And if you make fun of our mountains out here, which somebody called me the other day. What? Well, no, it's okay. And they were like, you call those mountains? And I'm like, they're very old mountains. And I always compare them to the curves of a lady. Yeah. Because they are old and mysterious. Majestic. So there's ATV trails out here.
That is unusual.
13 miles of walking trails, a river park with a covered picnic area. I'd have some parties out there.
Heck yeah.
Wood burning fireplace down there, grill, shuffleboard, beach area.
Yeah. Sunbathing.
People say, oh, how far are you from the beach? I'm like, 5 minutes. Paddleboarding, kayaking, fishing, or just playing around.
Yeah.
It's actually listed.
Playing
and
around.
certified Medivac landing zone. So if you get in a pickle, you're good to go.
You're gonna get help.
You're gonna get help right there. Okay, let's go see it. Yes. Yeah, so here we are at the River Lodge. This is the community center for French Broad Crossing. It's a beautiful view. We've got to get over. How can we get over? We got in. Thank you, Justin. Justin just broke in. So, oh my gosh, look at this
is
view.
Amazing.
I feel like I'm in France. I don't know why.
This is fantastic.
I feel
Look
like I'm
at
in
this.
France. Okay, so we have the Blue Ridge Mountains behind us. Here's a fire pit down below. They probably don't want us. Well, I'm just gonna walk on down here.
Oh,
This
y'all,
is-
come on.
This doesn't look like the path, but
Do you hear that?
I hear the sound of the river.
Yes.
There is nothing
beautiful.
more peaceful for me than the sounds of the river. And thank goodness where we live, there are almost a million rivers. You can look that up on the Google. There are almost a million rivers. I think it's 100.
Almost.
You see right behind us here?
Yeah.
This is section 9 of the French Broad River. How many times have I been down the French Broad River on a raft with the cameraman? Many times.
Okay, so the fitness center was back there. So that huge fitness center overlooking the French Broad River, overlooking the pool, gorgeous. And then you have this huge community building here as well.
Remember how much the HOA costs for all these amenities?
I know, just $3,300 a year, which is pretty
Oh,
good.
for the whole year. So
Yeah.
you get access to the pool, the community center, the beach down below,
Yeah.
all the
River
hiking
access.
trails, the ATVs,
Yeah.
the hot tub, all the
Yes.
events that they do. This is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah,
And
it
that
really is.
home that we saw that we just went on a tour, how much was that?
That was in the low 700s.
Low 700s with
Yep.
the HOA fee, about $3,300 a year.
Yeah, 2 years old.
2
Built
years
in
old, new build.
2022.
So it has
Yeah.
all the bells and whistles.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I could totally live here.
Yeah.
Perhaps Marshall is too hippy-dippy for you, but you like the idea of it being in nature and being near rivers and outdoorsy type of thing. So you might want to check out Old Fort with this video right here. Click there, hit the subscribe button, click that little bell so that you'll be alerted every time we make new videos. Ciao for now.